Alrighty, welcome back to Trailmakers, and today I'm going to be showing you a plane that I just finished up making, and here we have the British interceptor plane, the Whirlwind. Now, this thing was, it was a interesting thing. It's pretty simple. Normal planes are easy to make, and I'd say this is a pretty normal plane, but this thing goes fairly fast. I also made it so that you have, so even though there are auto-aim miniguns, you also have the option to replace those pipes on the front with actual tiny cannons if you like, having more proper dogfights, as I would say it, or more realistic ones. So yeah, you can replace those on the front, and so this thing, is it actually in War Thunder? I play a lot of War Thunder, in case you didn't know, and most of the old content on my channel is me playing War Thunder, so check that out if you're interested, I guess. But yeah, I'll still do War Thunder nowadays every now and then if I really feel like it. But this thing would have been armed with 4 20mm Hispano cannons, I believe. Also, it would have had the option to have, I believe, 250 either kg or pound British bomb drops on either of the outside of each wing. Also, or optionally, I believe 8 RP3 rockets, which in War Thunder the RP3s are probably one of my favorite munitions that you can use on aircraft. They're just insanely good in my opinion. But yeah, this thing probably took me like an hour to make, maybe 2 hours if I'm really pushing it. But yeah, this thing it's a dual engine plane. British planes are, I kind of like British two-engined planes more than planes like the Spitfire and the Wyvern and the Typhoon. I just like the aesthetics of twin-engine British planes a lot better. So my top 2 favorite British planes then are this thing and another two-engine thing, but it's actually a light bomber that actually is more armed like an interceptor like this. It's called the Brigand. So yeah, I'll probably build that eventually. But yeah, this thing is actually kind of stands out amongst other planes because its elevators are actually way higher than the actual airframe of the vehicle. It's actually mounted on the tail sort of. So yeah, we have that going for us. The landing gear folds in. I feel like I could make a better landing gear system, but that's a problem for later to deal with. It goes fairly fast. You can get up to 480. There's also room in the nose where if you really wanted to, you could swap it out for more thrusters and crank more power out of it. But for what it is, yeah, it's actually pretty good. I should have put this on a map where there were enemies to shoot down, because I haven't tested this in combat yet. This thing actually doesn't have any defensive armament, which is my only gripe for vehicles like this, twin-engine vehicles, because your acceleration realistic... Oh, how did we survive that? It's actually kind of impressive. But yeah, my only gripe with twin-engine aircraft is the lack of a defensive gunner. I get that for saving weight and all that stuff, but I think this is the only exception where it doesn't really need it, because in War Thunder I'm pretty sure it actually has a pretty good sustained turn rate. At the BR of 3.7, I think it is. Again, I don't have the vehicle unlocked, so I can only speculate based on the stat card in the game. But yeah, this thing was a pretty fun plane to make. Simple planes are always fun in my opinion, though it has a problem with naturally pitching up, and I don't really know how to fix that other than moving the wings. But the wings kind of have to go there because that's where they would be realistically. So yeah, let's try and bring this in for a landing. I also had to slow down or turn down the speed on the ailerons because, oh yeah, since the back landing gear isn't actually a wheel, it'll sometimes bounce off the ground because it's a physical object, and now the tires actually have stiffness to them. If you didn't know, the tires are able to have stiffness. I think I might actually crank that all the way up for this thing, just so it looks like it actually sits on the ground, because it looks a bit weird with the bottom of the rim having dirt clipped through it. So yeah, this thing, let me give you a nice, let me show you around. So I did a basic, uh, like, paint scheme for this. I kind of just, like, threw this together in, like, a little bit. I went off of an image of a 3D model I was looking at while building it. But yeah, it's mirrored to the other side because I don't feel like doing both sides, like, completely different. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not the great at coming up with my own paint schemes. So this is based off of the model I was looking at while making it. The tail is, you know, it's pretty basic. I feel like half the planes I build, it always has roughly this shape on the tail, which honestly pretty convenient to work with. Then you have the cockpit. I did decals all around to make it look like it actually has structure to it. So yeah, we have that. Then of course you have both of the engines here, which honestly, I don't know. Two-engine aircraft on paper seem like they should be extremely fast, but they're honestly like roughly the same speed, if not slower than normal fighters. I think the only like technically two-engine planes that actually uh, get faster than normal fighters is the ones that have like, I'm not sure what the term for it is. I don't think turboprop is it, where it's like two sets of propellers that both rotate like whatever direction. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to show you for the Whirlwind. Wait, the Whirlwind. That's a completely different thing. I'm pretty sure the Whirlwind. Uh, so yeah, here you have the representation of the 420 mil Hispano cannons, which actually this thing only has in War Thunder 240 ammo, which for four cannons, that's just 60 rounds. That's 60 rounds per cannon. That's not really good statistically. But yeah, that's all I have for this episode. And yeah, I think I might actually build the Brigand next, or maybe build a B-17. I kind of want to get back into building planes because, you know, I have the Star Destroyer project going on, so I want to like have builds in between that are like simple, easy to make, like content that goes in between. Because the Star Destroyer, oh, that's actually gonna take a long while. Like I haven't even finished like the bridge section of it. That's the what I showed in that preview video. That's not even the entire bit of that. There's so much more that needs to be done, but I can theorize that it might actually take a month or so because it's just such a large build, and I didn't realize how large of a scale I actually built it at. Which I mean, I could size it down just to make it easier, but I'm not going to because I like putting myself in a challenging position. So anyway, that is the British Whirlwind, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one where I'll probably have another World War II plane. So yeah. Oh, actually, I do have a jet that a custom jet I made that I'm gonna show off in the next one. So yeah, stay tuned for that. See ya.